Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and this is Guitar Solo Reactions. Today we are back with Guilty Gear Strive, and we are doing the song The Gravity. I believe this is Asuka's theme, and a friend of the channel bought me a coffee and goes by the name Booza Mansour, something like that. So thank you for buying me a coffee. It's been a while. But if I remember correctly, I'm not going to remember anyone's name as far as the composers, but I really got pretty deep into this for a while and was blown away by the players, whether it's the guitar playing, the drummer, the bass player, and just the composition within the context of this kind of format. So, with that said, let's check out The Gravity. Cool string arrangements. Oh, yes. Now I remember. That's cool as shit. This is on par to me of, this would be amazing to see live if this is something that they've ever done. I don't know, but it reminds me of like a cooler version of Dream Theater and Symphony X and kind of these kind of progressive metal bands. But I know on other ones there was almost this kind of fusion, like a jazz rock feel to some of it. The drums are really cool too because it's not like a traditional kind of metal drumming. It's more tom oriented, it's more rhythmic in a weird way, like not in a tribal sense, but more just tom oriented. It's really interesting. The guitar tones are killer and the playing is amazing. So I am so happy that someone kind of suggested and bought me a coffee to do this.
Engenders emotional reason, future right. Real sins later, just lose battle. As if a divine truth seeker.
Almost got vocally, stylistically wise, sounds like Maynard from Tool. Musically, not so much, but
Something unseen. Play back to history, answers within. That existence happening. The reality of a truth. The reality of a truth. What should we accept? Reality of a truth, reality. As the universe turned black, did the sun ever defy fate? Beyond the all, do you recognize me? Does meaning have meaning?
yeah. Bass player.
The beginning and the end are all the same. it can be true. Who said you won? I wish I lived fluid, share like this. I'm still a divine truth seeker and rising. Something unseen. Plays back the history, answers within. The existence have a man. The reality of a truth. Reality of truth. What fact should we accept? The reality of truth.
This is kind of the part right here that loses me a little bit. It just becomes a little too, I don't want to say predictable, but it's something like I've kind of heard before. And not necessarily in a super bad way, but it's got this kind of a more sing-along chorus or whatever. And the rest of the tune is so heavy and or just virtuosic bass playing and guitar playing. Just continue it all the way through is my only, I don't know if that's a criticism, but that's what I would like to hear.
First come back, did the song ever different way? Young, how do you recognize me? Does meaning have a meaning? Words know the morning light. No race nurtures that
That bass playing underneath is so cool, active, almost like a Geddy Lee, but with more chops, if that makes sense.
embraces the darkness of the night. All things that stay are held in universe turn back into some melody by fate. You know, do you recognize me? Gravity holds all the answers.
Yes. This is another Guilty Gear Strive. Thanks for buying the coffee. I'll put the name down here for that person, if that makes sense. This one, each time I've done these, and again, it's been a while, so I know this is composed by one person. I did a little bit of research. Lots of people in the comments kind of talked about it. And I'm not sure if he played all the instruments, but I think that might have been the case, at least for the guitar and bass. And all I have to say is the bass playing's killer. The guitar playing, tone-wise and playing, is super amazing. The drums we heard, at least for me, I heard more of a traditional kind of set right at that end, right before the strings kind of kick in. So it's got a string intro and then a string outro that I always am impressed by that kind of thing. Like I said earlier, I'd love to see something like this live, and I don't say that often. As far as seeing something that's like more of like a soundtrack or something to a movie or a video game, that doesn't really appeal to me at all. But this would be really interesting to see it executed live. But as a modern kind of rock and roll composer who's like a real composer, meaning using strings and all sorts of different sounds, different feels within the context of one song, that overall is they're pretty heavy, which is what is appealing to me and what has kind of kept me motivated to kind of do these on and off over the year or so that I started, thanks to, people watching the channel and kind of suggesting doing these super sophisticated compositions, I think. And just listening to it from a mixing standpoint is really, really great to hear as well. Obviously, it's a very deep and layered kind of mix. So, anyway, I am Brian. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.